This is the worst anime I have ever seen. Code Geass, you're off the hook. It's so bad that I don't even have a proper opening joke that represents how it makes me feel. So prep your sphincters and get ready to get penetrated, people, by the over-the-top opinion of a very angry, half-drunk man. That works. Cue title scene. Engaged to the Unknown is a 2014 romantic comedy anime. You wanna know how I know it's a romantic comedy? Because every 10 seconds it reminds me! I'll explain why that is in a minute, but let's start off with where our series begins. We open up our series by meeting a young girl named Kobani, your basic average 16-year-old teenager whose biggest problem in life is trying to find a personality. And basically, we see her on her 16th birthday. She wakes up one morning, gives a little exposition, and the show looks nice, all moe and cute, and you think it's going to be a pleasant little comedy. Then she goes downstairs, where we meet our main plot. Basically, Kobani is introduced to two young people, Mashiro, who you will basically see all over the internet, and Hakuya. Oh, no, wait, that's Anakin Skywalker. Why would I show that? No, wait, this is Hakuya. Oh, no, wait, that's a rock. This is Hakuya. No, wait, that's a loaf of white bread. Here he is. This is him, Hakuya. And basically, you assume from this setup that it's all just going to be your typical, like, roommate comedy. Oh, they'll probably fall in love and hook up by the end of the series. There's going to be silly little jokes about the things they don't understand, because God knows you ever represent people intelligently. Turns out none of that's true. We find out in the first 5 minutes of this show, before being really introduced to any other character, that Kobani is engaged to Hakuya without her consent. That's right. It's a show about an arranged marriage. A show where neither character has been properly introduced beforehand. This is, look, if you couldn't tell already, I actually don't think arranged marriage is a good idea. I know that's a crazy idea. I think the concept is barbaric and dated as hell. So to see it represented in an anime has already got my buttons pressed a little bit. But maybe the show can save itself. Maybe it will actually represent the characters and show how love can blossom from something like this, or show the two characters grow together. Or it can just shoehorn Mashiro and Kobani's personalityless older sister into every scene. I am not going to beat around the bush anymore. This thing is, it's like I said in the opening, it's the worst I've ever seen. First up, the characters themselves. Like I said, Kobani's pretty generic. She doesn't have much of a personality. They just give her traits that sort of get you through it. She's likable, I guess. But the problem is pretty much everyone else, namely Hakuya. There's a reason I did all those comical comparisons before. That's because Hakuya has no personality and he barely has any lines in this. She's just obsessed with Kobani and it's creepy. They got this really older voice actor playing him and his voice sounds cool, but it's fucking disturbing. I mean, it's horribly miscast. And the thing is, the rest of the cast doesn't have much other. Mashiro is Hakuya's little sister, and she pretty much is just there to consume the plot. She just does nothing but chew up scenery, scenes that need to be used to develop the two main characters and have them grow closer together. But we never see that. It's mostly just Mashiro acting like an annoying brat, usually being chased by Kobani's older sister Benya, who also has no personality or any character to her at all. She's just whatever dumb joke they need to shoehorn in. Oh, and she will also go, "This is the setup for a romantic comedy," which is basically a fancy way of saying we know this shit is stupid, so force feed it down your throats. And that's kind of just the whole show. There's never any real use of the arranged marriage. It never really plays into anything. We don't even see them forcibly get married by the end of the series. And even at that, the two characters have absolutely no chemistry together, with little time they have. Basically, this is a relationship so bad it makes Anastasia Steele and Christian Grey look like a good couple. The series just has nothing going on in it. It's just one random crappy scene after another. None of the side characters are funny. None of the story setups are ever there. And it just never gives the two characters any time together. They're never talking, they're never getting to know each other. It's just, here we are, and by the end, we're in love with each other. Why? I have no freaking idea. before anyone who actually liked the show gets on my case by going, oh, the big twist halfway through, that fixes everything, that changes everything. You want to know what I think of the big twist that I won't spoil here? There. That's what I think of it. This whole show is just a big fucking pile of garbage. It's not only talking about a subject matter that I don't like or agree with, but it's doing it in a way that doesn't even matter. This is the worst kind of talking about a certain subject, because it doesn't care. It's there for a gimmick. Nothing in this show works. The humor's not funny because it's all just random and shoehorned. The characters aren't relatable because they get no time developed to them, and the whole plot is just a big pile of garbage. If I don't give this series the rating it deserves, just because I don't have the balls to do it. Engaged to the Unidentified is a 1 out of 10. It's just pure trash. There's nothing to it. There's nothing going on worth watching. It is the biggest piece of garbage I have ever seen in my life. But what did you think? In the comment section below, give me your thoughts on this if you liked it. I can't even finish that sentence. Say what you thought of this series or any other romantic comedy anime, and click to like and click to subscribe, because next week I think we'll talk about something a bit more positive.